School never started that year. Kids, we were out in the street. I heard a commotion. I knew my parents wouldn't want me to, but I had to go look. And I saw with my own eyes the great synagogue of Benjamin, the one with the beautiful paintings on the ceiling of the 12 tribes of Israel, on fire. People screaming, glass breaking, jumping out of windows. Men in gray uniforms, red armbands, gray caps with a skull. The SS shooting people as they ran. The priest in the church next door tried to give them shelter if he could. An old man came from the crowd, looked me in the eye. "You have to get out of here now." Felt to me like it was my grandfather speaking to me through this old man. I ran home with tears in my eyes to tell my parents what I saw that very night while I was sleeping. My brother Abo woke me up to tell me he was running away with his friends to the Russian zone. Wake up, Szyjek, don't turn on the light. The midnight train is leaving Benjamin, and me and my gang are taking flight. We'll reach the east before the morning light. And though we don't believe in vengeance, I ain't going down without a fight. They say we're not the only ones. We're joining with their partisans. We're running with our loaded guns into the night. Tell father that I had to go. Tell mother that I love her so. When I'll be back, I don't know. We're flying with the coming snow. Abo was willing to do what it took to protect our family. He was ready to lay down his life for us, even if it meant running away from home and breaking our mother's heart. Like David up against the giants, we stand together forever in defiance. We are the young and the brave. Yeah! Don't ever say that we walk in the final road. Remember Moses set the people free, surrounded on all sides like Judah Maccabee. To everyone with the courage to take a stand, we extend a welcoming hand. Abo had joined the Russian army. We got letters from him from time to time. Months passed. March 1940. They pushed us out of Markstadt. In the winter cold, we walked all day until we arrived that night at Fünfteichen. Not a work camp, a concentration camp. In the camp. Name, date of birth. Szyjek Magier, 11 December 1924. From now on, your name is 25044. Say it, 25044. They dressed each of us in a striped uniform. You couldn't tell one person from the other. They shaved a stripe down the middle of our hair in case we managed to escape. We could be identified. On my uniform was the number 25044 and a yellow triangle. The triangles were the classification system of the prisoners in the camp. Those who had been in the system the longest were at the top of the pecking order. They lined us up every morning and put us to work. The first ones here see the red triangles, the leftist, communist, anyone who dared to raise their voice up to resist. The first move of any authoritarian is to lock up any political opposition. Next up they brought the green triangles. Anyone with any record, mostly petty criminals. The so-called work shy, we're all here to supply free labor in the camp, where every day you fight to survive, and every night you lay awake and cry. And at the bottom of the pecking order was me, the yellow triangle, the Jew. Szyjek Magier. Szyjek, it's me, Itzik Londoner. What? Itzik Londoner. I don't know how he recognized me. I could barely recognize him. But it really was my good friend Itzik from my shtibel in the neighborhood in Benjen. What news? Szyjek, it's terrible. Marin gave the order. All the Jews of Benjen had to live in a ghetto on the outside of town. 23 people living in a barn. My family, your parents, your brothers, we were all there. August 1st, last year, 1943, early in the morning, everybody out! They pushed us. We couldn't look back, onto a train, and we arrived, not a far drive, at Auschwitz. We stood on the ramp. Dr. Mengele, the chief physician of the SS, sat on the platform waving his white glove one way or the other. Other prisoners approached young mothers to abandon the babies in their arms in order to save themselves, because anyone too young, too old, unable, or unwilling to work was waved away with his white glove and never seen again. I saw my parents and your parents go. No, I don't believe you. My parents, no. Szyjek, I'm telling you, it's true. No, my parents, no. Let's give Szyjek a little break here. This is Russell speaking. My great-grandparents, Zelda Zaltzman and Yosef Magier, were crowded into a room, the door locked behind them. From square holes built in the ceiling was dropped Zyklon B, poison, cyanide gas. As the gas rose from the floor, people tried to climb on top of one another to get to more air. To have a dream and see it through, I do it all for you. Okay, Russ, I can take it from here. I could tell in Itzik's eyes that what he was telling me was true. Turns out I had an American cousin, a captain in the U.S. Army. His name was Greenwald. He found me and some of our cousins. He put us to work crossing borders with counterfeit papers, hunting down Nazis. We spoke the language. We knew the territory, and we knew who was a Nazi and who wasn't. Greenwald let me borrow one day a convertible sports car. Yeah, imagine. I had a few hours off. I had to keep my promise to my mother. I drove the car to Benjen. I parked by the castle. I walked through the archway into the courtyard behind our building. I still see your face in the rain as they drove me to the edge of insane. I fought through all of my pain to stand here like I told you. I know you came to say your goodbyes with teardrops falling from your eyes, and every day the sun did rise, I'd reach out my hand to hold you. Holding on for your love, low eyes on the skies above now, mother. This I say to you, I promise I will soldier on, standing strong, no one there to lean my shoulder on. Mother, I'll keep... You're still here, you son of a... I thought they got rid of all of you. It was a neighbor from a balcony upstairs. You came back for your things? There's nothing left. We took it all. No, you didn't. We buried it, and you'll never find it.